Hi everyone, I'm Mark Leeming from the 1 Minute Preacher. I hope your day's going well. Well, this week I was reading an article about a certain downward trend in the church. And this downward trend is of how many people are not only leaving the church, but leaving the faith as well. I don't know if you know this, but a staggering 4 out of every 5 young person who's grown up in the church will leave the faith once they leave home and go off to college and university. And of course, it's just not that age bracket. It's adults from all ages. They're leaving the faith. So why is that? Well, one reason. 2/3 of people say this when surveyed, and this may come as a shock to some of you who, like me, are into apologetics, but 2/3 of people say that they left the faith, not because they read Richard Dawkins' book, The God Delusion, or because they were watching videos on YouTube by angry, militant, atheist YouTubers. No, most people say that the reason why they left the faith, well, they just slowly drifted away. It wasn't as though one day they firmly planted a flag in the ground renouncing their faith, or that they crossed some line in the sand. They just drifted. To use the analogy of an old sailing ship, it's not as though a sudden gust of wind came and steered them off course, sending them into the rocks, shipwrecking their faith. No, generally that doesn't happen. It's generally not sudden things like sudden temptations that completely destroy our faith. Because when something like that happens, it's a wake-up call, and it's all hands on deck. It's grabbing that wheel and spinning it as much as we can to avoid the rocks. No, for many people, it's more like a old sailing ship about to traverse the ocean, and when it leaves port, it makes a slight navigational error. It may seem small, but by the time that ship crosses the ocean, they're hundreds of miles off course. They're hopelessly lost. I don't know how many times I've heard over the years people say that they just need a break from church, just a little vacation. They promise to be back. It's nothing to worry about. But then those months translate into years, and they do drift away from the faith. And I would also say that I truly believe that the pulpit is a lighthouse, just not to the church, but to the entire world. If truth is not being preached in our pulpits, if light is not shining forth, then no wonder people are becoming lost. And so if there's any pastors watching this video right now, I plead with you, preach the truth. People's eternal destinies are at stake. Souls are being lost. Preach the truth. And for those of you who realize watching this video, yes, you are drifting away, may I urge you to come back to port. Get your bearings back again. Metaphorically, learn how to navigate by the stars. Learn how to read the Bible. Learn good, solid theology and doctrine. Because I warn you, just over the horizon, there's a big storm brewing.